She likes the attention. Oh, you like the attention.
What's up? Welcome to the podcast.
What up? What up?
The Harry and Gizmo show.
Harry and Gizmo.
How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. I feel stinky right now. I just came from the skate park. I forgot to put on deodorant.
Oh, stinky dog. You stink,
I'm a
dude.
stinky dog right now, dude. I apologize.
No, you don't smell. I can't smell anything at all.
Oh, shit. COVID. Did you get COVID when COVID was around?
Yeah, I got it a couple times, I think.
A couple times?
Yeah, maybe the first. Well, I got it like in January of 2020, like before everybody else got it. I got it first, is what I'm trying to say, because I got sick for like a month.
Yeah.
And
you got it before it was cool?
Yeah, I got it before it was cool. I was a hipster when it was COVID.
Yeah. Did you get the vaccine?
Yeah, I got the vaccine. I got vaxxed.
You got vaxxed. Did you get the boosters too?
No, I said fuck that after I got vaxxed. Because I don't know. I don't want to get too political, but they made us get vaxxed. We all got vaxxed, and then they were like, they didn't let up. You know what I mean? Like they still had things they were still bullshit after, and I was like, I'm done playing along.
Yeah, it was dumb how jobs were requiring it. Like at the time, like I just started like a new weed job, and they wanted me to get vaxxed, but I was like, hell no, dude, I'm good. I'm not gonna get vaxxed. And they were like about to like fire me, but they're like, oh, I guess you don't need it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's fucking weird. Because how is a company gonna force you to take a fucking vaccination?
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, what you been up to, man? How you doing?
I went to Salt Lake City with my wife. Did some shows at Wise Guys. It was fun. Yeah, the shows were good. The Rumble, I lost in round 2, so it is what it is. Lost to a black guy.
Utah comic?
No, he's from Ohio, actually.
Ohio?
Yeah, this guy named G Davis. He came out. He was doing Don't Tell in Salt Lake City, and then the Rumble. So he got on the Rumble.
Damn.
And then he did the showcase the night after too. But I won round 1, and the comic was so mad that he set up the comic set up a camera, and he's like, yo, I got lapel mics, so we're gonna hand them off. I'm gonna film everybody's set. I got 2 different angles. He was all hyped and like gave his little speech before we did the show. And then the show going fine, and then he goes up, and then he hands me the lapel mic, and I just couldn't figure it out how to like clip it onto my shirt, so I just set it on the stool, and I said fuck it, and then I beat him. And the crowd, how it works, the Comedy Rumble is you each do a new minute, and then the crowd votes by applause, and then you move on to the next round. And if you win, you get to do 3 minutes. And if you win that round, you get to do 5 minutes, and that's the final round. And if you win the whole thing, then you get to go back and do 10 minutes in between the features. So I won round 1. So we both do our minutes. I come up, and then the crowd is like pretty dead split. Like it was hard to choose. So then Ben has us each do another minute. And I just did like a quick banger joke, my Facebook X joke, and I won, because the other guy tried to do, I don't know, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And he was so mad afterwards, he packed up his shit and just left.
Just left?
Yeah.
Didn't even stay for the rest of the show?
No, he immediately went and like took his camera down.
Wasn't he supposed to record all the comments?
Exactly. Yeah, he just packed up his shit and dipped. He was that butthurt about it.
Sorry, buddy.
Which I thought was pretty
next
funny.
time.
Which I thought was pretty funny. Yeah, because most of us, we didn't, Jarrett, the guy who brought 4 people won. That's how that show works. If you bring people, Jarrett Siegmiller.
Fucking Jarrett Siegmiller.
Yeah, he won. But it was because he brought 4 people.
Yeah, he brought 4 people?
Yeah.
He knows people in Utah? Or
he's got family in Utah. So he had family come out to both nights, to both shows. But good thing the second show wasn't a competition.
Yeah, that dude's funny, man. He's more of like the cleaner comic, so I could tell that maybe Utah will probably like him.
Yeah, he's good. He did well.
Yeah, but your second round, how'd you lose?
I did 3 minutes. It was all right. It just went all right. I got laughs. It wasn't a bad set, but the other guy just he almost blew me. He pretty well blew me out. Like the crowd must have just not liked me as much as they liked him.
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
But he went to the finals and lost in the finals to Jarrett.
Yeah. Damn, that's cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. How was the showcase? You did a
The
showcase
showcase was
too,
fun.
huh?
This Saturday night we did the showcase. So Friday we flew in. We went to a couple of bookstores that my wife wanted to go do. My wife just reads smut, dude.
Yeah.
So we went to these like bookstores that just pretty much sell smut. Like,
Yeah.
that's all they sell. Which you wouldn't think. Number one, that bookstores are still around. But number two, that there's ones that are so specific that all they smell is smut. Like, they're just smut stores. No bookstore sells regular books anymore. They're all romance.
I don't know. Barnes and Noble sells regular books.
Yeah, Barnes and Nobles is still around, but like,
Yeah.
I just, you know what I mean? Like a small little bookstore. So I pleased my wife. We went to a couple of different bookstores. She got some books. She was very excited about it. Went to the show Friday. Saturday, we went to the zoo, which was
Salt Lake Zoo.
Yeah, we went to the aquarium and the zoo, dude. We double dipped. Back to back.
Double dippy.
The aquarium was sick. They had this VR show that we went and watched. So that was kind of lame, to be honest with you, because we wait like 20 minutes to go watch this VR show, and then we sit down in the VR seat. We put on the goggles, and my goggles are like fucking smudged, man. They're like out of focus. So I got to watch the little show like through out of focus, and it almost just kind of made me sick. So I didn't enjoy that. That was fun or not fun.
Not fun.
Do you ever do VR?
I've played a few VR games. Like I have the PlayStation VR, the old one. It's like one of the first VRs. But yeah, like after like 15 minutes, it starts giving me a headache. So I can't really fucking fuck with VRs like that. You know?
Yeah.
Too much. Like I get like motion sickness and stuff. But they're coming out with like some cool new like VRs, like the Oculus and like the newer versions. I just hope they make one that doesn't give you a headache. You know?
Yeah, I think that's just like who you are or not. Like either you're a bitch when it comes to VR, or you can hang it, but it does like, yeah, if you move around, I don't know.
Well, I know there's some people that pop like motion sickness pills
to play VR.
Yeah, you just pop a couple pills and you'd be fucking gaming for like 8 hours.
What if you got stuck in VR?
Yeah, that'd be crazy, dude. Stuck in VR.
Yeah. There's that anime called Sword Art Online where they get stuck in VR.
Oh yeah, we were talking about this, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we talked about this.
Yeah, it's the only anime I watched, but it's good. I don't. If they ever came out with like a hook your brain up to it, like, you know, would you do a Neuralink? Would you get the Elon Musk Neuralink to hook your brain up?
I think maybe like, I don't know, like a couple decades down the line, if like the technology is really cool, yeah, why not? I think I'd rather have it like in my glasses or something. I fucking have
get the new Facebook Meta glasses.
Yeah, like if they have like some augmented reality shit in them.
They got that.
Cool. They do?
Yeah, Facebook, the Ray-Bans, like I guess they have cameras on them. Damn. And then you can go like, hey Meta, what's that? And it'll go like a water heater, you know, or whatever.
That's fucking sick, dude. Yeah. I'm about to order those glasses.
Yeah, they teamed up with Ray-Ban. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I saw, like, I had a guy on my bus who was sitting behind me, and it was kind of annoying because he was sitting there talking to himself, talking to his glasses.
Just talking to his fucking glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there at 7.
Yeah.
I'll get groceries.
It's weird because people use the headsets, but for whatever reason, the glasses, when you're like, hey, Meta, it's like same thing as like when people use Siri in public. It kind of cringes me out.
It does.
Hey, just Siri.
Hey, Siri. Hey Siri,
and it's like just pull your phone out and Google, dude. Just type.
Don't be fucking lazy.
Yeah, people are lazy fucks, you know.
Oh, but I wanted to ask you: did you find any weed out there? Did you smoke any weed?
I smuggled it. I brought a cart. I brought a cart with me.
You did?
Yeah, I flew with it, dude. Because there's no, dude. I was even telling my wife I was noticing that. So thank goodness I brought my cart because like they don't have no dispensaries. They don't have nothing there.
No, weed is like super illegal in Utah.
And you couldn't even like. I wouldn't even know where to begin to find somebody that sells weed, right? Like, honestly, if you were to get dropped off in Salt Lake City, where in a Mormon town, where would you head to try and find somebody? What would be the first thing?
Downtown.
But
does like Salt Lake even have a cool downtown like that?
See, and that's where we went and hung out in downtown. And the thing is everybody looks Mormon, dude.
Really?
I did see a couple of wooks. I saw a couple of wooks walking around. I would have probably asked them. They would have definitely had weed.
Looks like, what is it, like hippie guys?
Yeah, the hippie
people?
guys. So like, it's so funny there because everybody looks normal. Like nobody's like here in Vegas, we're so used to people dressing like whores and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude. Wearing tube tops and fucking shorts.
Exactly.
And whatever.
You know, skirt and like you can see their ass out and shit like that.
Yeah.
None of that in Salt Lake City.
They all dress like what, like conservative? Like,
Yeah. It just feels, to me, it just feels very conservative compared to Las Vegas. And we're walking around and I saw like the first thing that gave it away was like they had those little sprout clips. Have you seen those where it's like a little clip, a hair clip, but it's a little sprout?
Yeah, you put on a hat or something.
Yeah, and it's just a little sprout. Gay, dude.
Gay as fuck.
To me, I'm like, grow up, you know?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? Little adornments in your hair? I don't know. I was never given one, so I never.
So you never. Now
so
you
now
just
I hate
on them.
Yeah. So now I just hate on them. But I saw a couple of wooks. They were wearing like, dude. These two guys were walking with their girlfriends, and the guys both were wearing matching shirts that were like, I don't know the material, very flowy material, but they had like hippie patterns and stuff like that, like mandalas.
Oh, like fucking, what was it, like geometric patterns?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking colors.
They're wearing hippie gear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With the flowy hippie pants that are all patchwork and shit like that. Those pants, by the way, cost like $200.
Are you serious?
Yeah, those hippie pants that are all made out of patches and shit.
Yeah.
They're fucking expensive.
That's crazy.
So don't let them fool you. That's why they dirty and they stink though, because they can only afford one pair of those fucking pants.
Yeah, and they just wear them
every day.
every day for years.
Yeah, and they look like you have a dirty diaper in them. You know what I mean? They're like saggy and shit like that.
When did that become the new style? Like
for hippies? Yeah, who
like
the
wearing
fuck
like
knows?
like the baggiest fucking clothing and like 10,000 chains.
Yeah,
on pants and like I don't know. The
90s are back in fashion.
The 90s are back, dude.
Jinko jeans and shit like that. You see all the teenagers wearing these dumpy, frumpy pants, dude.
Yeah, the new generation's fashion is like it's getting weirder and weirder.
It'll come back to skinny.
Yeah, you think skinny jeans are gonna come back?
Yeah, eventually they'll rotate it back. You know, because they've been going through. You know, they go through the decades of, and it'll come back. Well, when in like 10, 15 years, when the kids coming up, they'll be sick of the baggy. And then to do something different, they'll start wearing skinny again. Yeah. So it's gonna go from baggy to skinny to baggy to skinny. I believe
could kind of see that. Yeah.
Did you ever wear skinny jeans?
Yeah, dude. I think the last time I was wearing skinny jeans was like high school days, like 2015.
You can't find them skinny anymore. No, you can't get them as skinny as we had them.
I used to go to Hot Topic to get my skinny jeans. Yeah. Hot Topic or Tilly's.
Tilly's is where I get my jeans and my pants.
Tilly's has good pants.
Yeah, that's where I go. Shout out Tilly's. You know?
They sponsor us. But no, they got some good pants there. I used to go to Hot Topic and like back in the day and get all my skinny jeans there. I was like, yo, give me the skinniest pair you got. Dude, I rock this like skinny fucking jeans.
I legit, when I was in high school, the very first pair of skinny jeans I wore were my sister's.
I mean, honestly, I did too. Yeah, I was like, "Hey sis, I'm gonna borrow your pants. We'll go to a fucking concert tonight."
Yeah, I want to look the part. The worst thing is my sister was pissed that I fit in her jeans.
Yeah,
she was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Well, they fit." You know. Yeah. Went out skateboarding in them. I remember skating in skinny jeans and shit like that.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Nice pants."
Dude, I was hyped on them. I was hyped. Yeah. I got some. Well, I was also wearing skinny jeans before it was cool. So I got
back
hate.
in like 07 or something.
Yeah, like 06, dude. I was getting hate on it. I was getting hated on for wearing skinny jeans, and then they became cool, and everybody was wearing them. Yeah, but I'm a hipster, dude. I'm just fucking that hip, dude. I'm that cool. So. Yeah. I've always been ahead of the trend. Tie dye, you know me as wearing tie. Like,
yeah, I see you in like some nice tie dye tees all the time.
I was wearing tie dye, and then everybody started wearing tie dye. Man, I saw tie dye like pop up, and I was like, I don't know. I just can't do it once it's cool. I gotta be different. I gotta be ahead of the curve.
Start a new trend. Start wearing bell bottoms or something.
No, those are already out or in. People are already wearing bell bottoms.
I've been seeing like rap artists and shit wearing bell bottoms.
Yeah, wasn't Kendrick wearing bell bottoms during the
Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, yeah dude, he was wearing them flares,
flare pants, dude.
Them flares, them bellies.
Yeah. I do like skating in baggy jeans, though. They feel a little bit more flexible.
Yeah. The thing is, it is tight. And when you can split your pants, you ever split your pants, split your skinny jeans?
Yeah, I think I have before a couple times.
I think so too. I think I wore out the crotch.
Yeah.
Like wore the pants so much they got thin in the crotch, and then just ripped them.
Yeah, I've messed up a lot of pants by just fucking smoking, and like I'll just like, you ever sit there with like a blunt or a joint, and then it's like the fucking cherries like burning your pants.
Yeah, dude.
You don't even know till like a minute later. Like, fuck, there's a big hole in my pants or shirt.
All of my pairs of lounge shorts all have burn marks.
They all have burn marks. Damn, dude.
They all have burn marks.
That's how you know you're a stoner. I ruined a few good shirts by fucking cherries and ass. Like, fuck,
dude, I stain my shirts like a motherfucker. I get new shirts, and that's my new rule is I can only spend $10 on a shirt because I don't think I've ever seen you.
I don't think I've ever seen you in like a white tee or like.
No, I have a couple of white shirts, but I fucking ruin them. I'm just messy. And then like I'll wash them, and then they'll have some fucking stain on them. I'm like, how did the stain get here? It's actually quite frustrating.
Are you a messy eater?
Kinda. I eat quick, so yeah, I probably am considered pretty messy.
Damn. I eat like a medium. I if I'm really hungry, I'll fuck up a sandwich in like a minute, dude.
Yeah, I say the same. I say it's because like my mom ate quick, my family ate quick, so like if it was good and you wanted seconds, you would have to eat fast so you could go get, you know what I mean? Like you'd scarf it down so you could get more. I don't know.
No, that's like, me with spaghetti. When it's spaghetti night, dude, like, I'll fucking fuck up my plate real quick, then go get seconds.
Yeah.
Like, damn, he's fucking taking all the spaghetti.
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm hungry and I want more scat.
Yeah. You fuck with chicken wings?
Yeah, I like buffalo wings.
What's your chicken wing spot?
Honestly, Wingstop has pretty good wings.
They have good deals.
I like their dry rub. And their buffalo, like I would say Wingstop for wings. They're pretty good. Have you ever had Johnny Mac's wings? Johnny Mac,
I've been hearing a lot of good places a lot of good things about that place. Don't they have like a deal where it's like you buy like a couple pounds or so, like they sell wings by the pound there or some shit?
Yeah, most places do.
Yeah. I heard they're pretty good.
Or by the wing. There used to be a place where there used to be a steakhouse in my hometown that had like 25-cent wings. Mm-hmm. So you could go fuck up some wings for cheap.
Damn, 25-cent wings. That's dude. What is that? Like $1 for 4 wings?
Yeah. So you can get like 16 for a couple bucks.
Damn.
Yeah, we'd fuck them up.
Yeah,
wings. That place kind of would hate us.
There's this place on the north side called Hamburger Hut.
Yeah,
you ever heard of it?
No.
Ever been there? It's pretty good. It's in the ghetto. It's like next to some apartments, but wings there are fucking A1, dude.
Yeah.
And the ranch, fire.
Yeah.
Hella fire.
I judge a place off their ranch.
Same.
It's got to be like creamy. Like we go to this place in Boulder City, we go eat, and they got some like soupy ranch. Like, you know what I mean? It's not
like
thick
that water
at all.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like watered down a little bit. Like it doesn't stick. Like you dip your fry in it, and it doesn't stick to your fry, right? Mm-hmm. Like some bullshit.
You know what ranch I hate? Hidden Valley Ranch.
You don't like Hidden Valley?
I don't like Hidden Valley, dude.
That's a hot take.
What? Do you like Hidden Valley?
I like Hidden Valley. I think Hidden Valley is the ranch of all ranches.
I take that back. Maybe it is. Yeah.
You gave up that real quick.
Gave up. I don't want to get attacked in the comments. Oh, this guy fucking.
Yeah, like you got the Hidden Valley people out after you.
Yeah,
they're worse than the Taylor Swift fans, the Hidden Valley fans.
Shit.
So yeah, we went to the aquarium. We did the VR thing. The animal, like the exhibits were pretty cool. My wife really liked the aquarium. She thought it was a pretty good one. I thought it was meh. Like they had the touch tanks and they had a shark tank and stuff like that. It was pretty decent. I've been to Shark Reef Aquarium here at the Mandalay Bay in Vegas. Like that's what we got.
Shark Reef is cool.
It's just small. It's very small. It's nice, but it's very small. In my hometown, we have an aquarium. Right. And that's where I worked. Me and my wife both worked at the aquarium when we first got like together. I think when we were first married, we worked at the aquarium together. And I did the photos.
Is that where you met?
No, we met at Staples. We both worked at Staples. So I worked at an aquarium. I was in the photo section. Like, you know, when you go to a place and they make you take a souvenir photo that they gonna try and sell you at the end. Have you ever been to do something like that?
Yeah.
Where they make you stand in front of a green screen and take a photo. Yeah, I did that. That was my job. And I fucking hated it, dude. It was some bullshit.
You hated it?
Yeah, it just gave me anxiety, dude. Like, because there'd be a line of people and they're all trying to get in, and I got to stop them to take their photo. And so people be like, what's this for? I don't know. Why do we have to do it? And I'm just like, no, it's just for fun. Like, you know, and they made me, you know, that was my job.
And then when you take the photo, do they have to pay for it?
If they wanted to. So they would take the photo at the beginning. They go through the aquarium, and as they end right by the gift shop, there would be our photo booth. And if you wanted to check out the photo, you'd come over. So while they were checking out the aquarium, we edited it into the green, like edited a background into the green screen, like touched it up and stuff.
Yeah.
And we would print them out. So they would come up, we'd have their thing printed. We'd be like, hey, if you want to buy it, it's $40 for the 3 photos. If you get the 3 photos, we'll give you a 4th one for free. Little 4x6. And so the pitch was, if you buy everything for $40, you get a free 4x6. Yeah. Which my buddy was like, it sounds like you're saying 3, 4, 5, 6. And so I started just saying 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'd be like, if you buy everything for $45, you get a 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm like, what? That sounds like a good deal.
Nobody ever caught on to the fact that I was just saying 3, 4, 5, 6.
3, 4, 5, 6 is a good deal.
You buy everything, you get a 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's this right here. It's a little 4x6 foot. Yeah. No, that was, dude, one time, you're hungover today. The most hungover I've ever been was at that job at the aquarium. I showed up, dude, like the night before we were partying till like, I had to work at like probably like 8 or 9 or something like that. And, we lived like down the street from the Castle House, and my wife and I went over to the Castle House and we were partying till like 5, 6 in the morning. Like we passed out there at the Castle House, got up. We were both still drunk, like hungover. Like we went back home, got ready for work, like and went to work. And I was still drunk. I'm pretty sure that I had alcohol poisoning, man, because I couldn't stand. My vision was like totally fucking blurred. Yeah. And then I worked a couple hours and I went to my boss and I was like, I'll take the point, but I gotta leave, man. I can't fucking work. I'm so sick. Like,
damn, you're a trooper for still showing up.
Yeah. And he's like, well, it'll count as 2 strikes instead of just 1. And I was like, done.
Like, done. Go ahead.
Deal. Strike me up. Strike me up, dickhead. Yeah. I don't give a shit, dude.
No, it's hard to show up to like a job where you, like, your job is like socializing and you're interacting with a bunch of people. It's hard to be hungover,
dude,
or even like high at those jobs. Like, I'd be like super uncomfortable. For me, it's kind of easy because I just work in a garden. I just like, I'll show up and I'm probably just sweating my ass off with a headache or some shit. But at least I'm not fucking talking to a bunch of people all day. I'm just talking to plants.
Yeah, my interaction. Yeah, and we work like 10-hour shifts, so it was brutal. That was the worst. I drove home though. I probably shouldn't have been driving, but I was still, because I was pretty fucked up still. Yeah. I went into the bathroom and puked all over the urinal, like just into the urinal, just in my
in a urinal.
Yeah, puked into the urinal, and because it was just liquid. I hadn't eaten anything, so. And then my buddy, I remember my coworker, who I found out had a heroin problem, was giving me a back pat. You know, he's like, dude, get it out. You're okay, man. Like, my coworker.
Like, get away, heroin addict.
Yeah, I was like, get out of here, junkie. You're junkie.
Fuck off.
No, dude, the aquarium that we worked at, is actually it's a decent aquarium. My wife doesn't like it. She's like, she was talking about it. She's like, it's small, blah, blah, blah. But the best part is about our aquarium is that they had otters. And I think I've told you this, but we had one otter that would suck its own dick. I don't know if you knew that they could do that.
No, I don't think you ever told me this.
Yeah. So we had this otter named, I think his name was Isaac. And he was like an oldest of the otters. And he just found out that he could suck his own dick. And he would lay in front of the glass and just go at it. And like, just jack himself off all day.
And all day,
like
this
all
otter?
Day, this otter would just you could see his little red rocket, and he just fucking, he was going at it. And one day,
were there other otters with him?
Yeah, there's a couple other otters. They're all guys.
Oh, damn, that's fucked up.
So they're all guys. Yeah, they're all guys.
Damn, they're all gay. Poor otters.
No, he was it's one of those things when you're boys and you're like, you all jack off together because you found the porno mag and there's one computer or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're all at the,
There's one magazine that you all share.
Exactly. No, he was doing his own thing. And one day, I'll never forget this. And I've tried to do this like as a bit on stage, but I don't know how to there's no punch. But this lady was like, oh my God, there's some gum stuck in his fur. He's trying to get this gum out of his fur. Cause and I was like, man, that's not gum. Like I was like 18, 19 and I was like, I couldn't let this lady, or 19, 20. I was like, I couldn't let this lady believe that was just gum. And I was kind of a know-it-all. So I just was like, that's not gum. And then I don't know, like I guess I was hoping that she would ask. So she was like, well, what is it? And I was like, well, I don't know how to put this, but he's autofillating. And like his daughter walked behind her and was like, what's autofillating? And I was like, that's
that's literally what you told her?
Yeah.
That's autofillating?
Autofillating, which is what he was doing.
That's a really nice way to put it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know how to say that. It'd be like, oh, he's sucking his own dick.
Yeah, dude. It ain't gum, bitch.
Yeah, but you said it very professionally, autofillating.
Yeah. So I try to be professional.
That's crazy.
So yeah, the big bummer, they had otters at the Salt Lake Aquarium, but it wasn't sucking its own dick. So that was
No, the otters out there are Mormon.
They're Mormon, dude. They'd go to hell for that. That's sinning. Dude. Yeah. So we went to we did the aquarium and then we went to the zoo, and the zoo was all right. It wasn't my favorite zoo, but they had I always like seeing rhinos. The rhinos had some good horns on it. It was a good rhino that they had there. The polar bear was the sickest. This polar bear was doing like big old glass walls with water, so so you can see inside the enclosure. And the polar bear was just swimming back and forth. He would dive down, come up against the glass, swim around the corner, do like a swimmer's kick off the wall, onto his back, and do a little backstroke, dive down again. Like he was doing the same little loop while he was swimming. But it was pretty fucking sick, dude.
Polar bears are dope.
Giant ass polar bear. Giant fucking polar bear. It was sick. We got a magnet with the polar bear on it because of that. So
sick. How do they get a polar bear in Salt Lake City? That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. It's like,
wait, is it cold out there?
It was chilly.
It's a little chilly.
It's chillier than us here in Vegas. That's for sure. They're definitely more higher in altitude, so they're cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool seeing a polar bear. So did he pop out with like a Coca-Cola?
Yeah, he had a Coca-Cola on him.
Yeah. And a Christmas hat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we did that, and then before the Saturday show, we went to one of those Brazilian steakhouses. Have you ever been to one of those?
No, I heard they have one out here called like Pampas or something.
Yeah, there's a few. There's like Fogo de Chao, which I like to call it Faggot Chow. Fogo de Chao, Faggot de Chao.
Faggot Chow.
Faggot Chow. There's like Rodizio's. There's Texas de Brazil. So they bring them out on skewers, big old swords, like a bunch of meat, right? And they carve it off for you, and it's unlimited. It's
woo.
Yeah. So we should go one time. They're good, but they're like $35 a person, $40 a person.
Oh, it's not bad. If
but
it's like all you could eat,
all you can eat meat, dude.
Steak and shit, I'm down.
All you can eat, and it's not just. It's like prime rib, and then they have like bacon wrapped filet mignon. They
brisket,
have like, not brisket. They have like tri-tip. They got
still good.
They got flank. They got the best steaks possible that they come out and slice off pieces. It's super good. And we went to one of those places, kind of treated ourselves, me and my wife, because we didn't have the kids with us. My mother-in-law was watching the kids, but it was prom night out there, so we saw all these Mormon proms kids like all eating at this fancy restaurant because, that's what prom kids do. Mm-hmm. And the game that I was playing was, are these girls Mormon or not, based on how slutty their dress was. Because there were some girls fucking covered up, right? Like their dress dressed
like the fucking Handmaid's Tale.
It was the Handmaid's Prom, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing that game.
That's cool, man. So are you out there at Brazilian Steakhouse? Did you go to any like cool bars? Do they have like a bar scene, nightlife out there?
No. That's the dumb, like, I'm sure there are bars. So in this downtown area, there was a pub. So this is the bullshit about Salt Lake City. So we go to Dave & Buster's because we're like, maybe we'll play some games before the show. This is Friday night. We're like, maybe we'll go to But we'll go to the bar. We'll get a couple drinks. Like they shouldn't be super expensive at Dave and Buster's. It should be, reasonable. And we go and we sit down at the bar and I order my cocktail and my wife orders her. And then the guy's like, are you guys ready for food? We are a restaurant, so you have to order food. So there's a law in Salt Lake City that you have to order food at a restaurant. Like you can't just get drinks.
So there's no bars where you could just get some drinks.
So they have to be
order food.
A bar, which there was another bar. So we got drink, but then so I was like, motherfucker, and I was about to be like, if you're not making our drinks, we'll just leave, right?
Yeah.
But he had already started making our drinks, and then he comes over and we're looking at the menu. We were just gonna order some fries or whatever, and then he goes, "Thanks for looking at the menu." He's like, "Had you guys complained to me," he's like, "I would have kicked you out of the bar." But since you guys
told you that,
yeah, he's like, "But since you guys are being cool," he's like, "You don't have to order food." He's like, "I just have to have you look at the menu. That's good enough for me." It's like, so
all right.
We just had our one drink, and it was so light because they have meters on them. Every bottle at a bar, I think by law, has to have the meters, which is like they only pour 1 ounce at a time. So you're not getting like if you order a shot, it's not like they're pouring 2-3 ounces. No, they're pouring 1 ounce.
Yeah.
So I got a tequila orange juice, my drink of choice, and it was just like orange juice. It wasn't strong at all.
Straight orange juice.
So then we went to Wise Guys because they have the bar there at Wise Guys because Wise Guys is a bar, comedy club's a bar. So my wife ordered an AMF because they'll fuck you up. Adios, motherfucker. It's like all liquor, and she said it was like all blue curacao, like or Caraca, whatever you call it. But
yeah, it just tasted hella sweet.
Yeah, it just wasn't. Like my drink was like all the drinks were just not strong. So we spent a bunch of money on drinks and we only got 2 drinks each because we're like, we're not getting drunk. Like that's the whole thing. It is they make it damn near impossible for you to get drunk.
If you want to get drunk, you got to spend like $100.
Yeah, at a bar. Yeah, you got to really spend a bunch of money. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm used to a $6 shot that they over pour. You get a couple of those and a cocktail, and man, you're good.
I think that's like the one of the best things about Vegas is that you could get a drink at any time, and you could get it. Doesn't fuck. They don't care about how strong it is. There's no fucking meters on our shit over here.
Yeah, they don't serve you doubles. By the way, they won't serve you doubles.
You can't get a double.
You can't get a double in Salt Lake.
Damn.
And you can't have more than 2 drinks in front. You can't have 2 drinks in front or 2 drinks. Like you can order a shot and a
you can't be double fisting
beer, but you can't be double fisting. You got to do the shot before you walk away from the bar. Like seriously, they're trying to make it so you can't get drunk. It's the dumbest prohibition shit ever.
Fuck, I don't know if I'd be able to last in that comedy scene over there,
dude. I
sound like an alcoholic, but like, fuck, dude.
No, I know
that kind of sucks. No weed, no like, you can't really drink that much over there. Obviously, you could probably buy your own beer and just get fucked up at home or whatever.
But they can max it out at 5%.
You can't go over 5%. No beers over 5. Damn, they got like no IPAs out there.
So they do, but they're stuck at 5%.
Damn, so they got the weak stuff.
Yeah, so you got to go to the liquor store to get the over. I think from what I understand, the state-owned liquor store.
Yeah,
it's dumb. I'm in Oregon. They had a state-owned liquor store, so you couldn't buy liquor except from at the liquor store, but you could buy beer anywhere at any time, which was sick. I just hate those. I love living in Las Vegas. It just like I love living where it's more freedoms out here.
We don't have like curfews like a lot.
Yeah, we don't
like
have bullshit.
I think most other states they have like a certain time where you can't buy fucking alcohol or anything.
Yeah. After a certain period, you can't buy alcohol. You can only buy beer. They can't sell you beer between the hours of 2 and 6 or some shit like that. Like
yeah. Well, when I go to El Paso, Texas, I think they cut off alcohol sales at like 10 p.m. or something.
Damn.
And you can't buy any till like 11 a.m. the next morning.
Yeah. So if that sucks.
Yeah. Like if you're in the nighttime, you want to get some beer, you can't. You got to wait till tomorrow. Or if you want to drink
when you want to get
first thing
beer.
in the morning, yeah. Like you got to wait. That sucks. In Vegas, dude, you can get a beer fucking anytime, anywhere.
You can buy liquor at 7-Eleven.
Yeah. And most of the time, you could walk down the street drinking a beer. Cops aren't gonna give a fuck.
Yeah, most of the there is, if you don't live in Vegas and you listen to this, they have a specific exemption to the open beer policy, open container on the Strip and not on Fremont Street. But that kind of applies to the whole valley. You'll see people drinking at parks, man. Like,
yeah,
people we used to go play disc golf. I used to go play disc golf, and all we do is just bring a backpack full of beers, man. And we get hammered and go play disc golf. It's so fun.
Shit, that's me at the skate park sometimes. I'll get together with some friends and we'll just get like a pack of PBRs and shit and just drink them at the park.
Yeah.
We're barbecuing and fucking drinking beers, dude. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Did you see Independent Trucks? They came out with this like sick little new grill.
No.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. They have like a little portable grill that you could fucking bring anywhere, dude. I'm like about to grill up some carne asada at the skate park.
Yeah,
dude.
that sounds fun. I saw a little video of a guy who caught a little fish and he was cooking it on like a monster can grill that he made. It's kind of cool.
No, I like stuff like that, like cooking out in the open and fucking,
You ever been camping?
No, I haven't.
For real?
I haven't.
I grew up camping, dude, because I'm a Boy Scout and shit like that. Been camping 1,000 times.
Dan, where are some of your favorite places to camp?
When we were 15, 16 years old, when I was 15 or 16 years old, we did this week-long 64-mile hike, and that was probably the most fun. I did break my back, but I had the most fun probably I've ever had.
Like, literally broke your back?
Yeah, so day 2, we're hiking, we camp next to this lake, and we're all swimming in the lake, and I jump off a rock, and I dive in, and when I dove in, I, broke my back.
On a rock?
No, I didn't hit a rock or anything, but I just
dived in all fucked up.
I dove in all fucking weird and went up and stretched and popped my back.
Oh shit!
And I didn't find out. When I was in my wreck a couple years ago, I was in that bus accident. I went to the doctors and they did a whole MRI and stuff like that on my back, and he found that out that my lumbar is not connected to my back because I broke it. And he goes, "This happens when you're an adolescent." So I've put it together now. Since put it together that was when I broke my back. So I broke my back on day 2 and continued, and it hurt. It did hurt. It was the muscles are and then we continued to walk and do another 4 days of hiking. On day 3, we camped at the base of it's called the Three Sisters mountain range up in Oregon. And we camped at the base of the middle sister, Hope, and we climbed the mountain. So it was pretty cool. They got to this sketchy part where they were like, okay, so the guy leading the hike, he's like, all right, this next part, you got to be real careful because it's a very steep drop off of one side and the path's just on the right. So you got to just hold on, and that freaked me the fuck out. And I had a panic attack at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. Cause you could see the steepness.
Yeah. And so, one of the other guys there calmed me down. And then me and my dad, another kid, we were like, we're done. My brother went up and finished it, and he said it was pretty sketchy. He goes, but once we got to the top, it was pretty cool. And they all took a nap at the top of the mountain because it leveled off at the top. And so they said it was a really beautiful view. They took a little nap. They had a good time up there.
But you said fuck that. You didn't go.
Yeah, up there? I didn't go. I didn't summit the mountain. It's one of my regrets, man. I wish I would have. But we slid down the mountain. The best part is there are glaciers on the mountain. So everybody was told on the camping trip specifically, bring some slick pants or some rain suit pants,
nylon material or
something that can get wet or whatever. So we put those pants on and then we slide down the glaciers on your butt. And you got hauling ass, dude, just because you have this slick pants on. Yeah. And then you would use your hands and feet to stop. And my hands got so cold, dude. I got it was free, because we didn't have gloves. Yeah. You're using your hands to slow down.
To break yourself.
Yeah, to break. It was sick.
That sounds fun, sliding down a mountain.
Yeah, but we did open meals. Speaking of the camping meals, so you have you bring with you little stoves and you just boil water and you have pre-mixed stuff that you just kind of add boiled water to and do some outdoor cooking. And
cooking in the wilderness seems fun because I watch a bunch of YouTube videos of survivalist dudes.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, people that do that. Yeah, which is really cool because I think that's an essential skill to learn as a human. You want to know how to survive in the woods. Or
for sure.
Fish up a salmon and cook it up.
Yeah, I don't know how to clean one, but I could figure it out.
I think if I were to be in the wilderness and I'm fishing or hunting animals just to survive and eat, I think the most hardest part would be like deboning them and fucking
Yeah.
like, cleaning them out.
Yep.
Like that seems like
I would want to
gross.
learn how to do like. I think when like I could do a fish because there's not blood in the fish. Like there's blood. They do have blood.
They have blood.
They have blood, but it's not blood in the same way as like a mammal.
Like a deer or something. Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't
that'd be
clean a
fucked
deer,
up.
man. I couldn't clean like a rabbit, a deer, anything small. Couldn't clean it with anything with fur. But I know how to like knock out the fish. You catch the fish, knock it out, kill it, and then I would assume you just kind of cut down the belly.
And
You
then
go from the back,
debone it.
and then like the stuff kind of falls out, like what's not supposed to,
Yeah.
and then cut the head off or leave the head on. Cut the head off. I think then you kind of open it, but I don't know how you get the bones out. I think you just eat around the bones.
No, you don't. You take the bone. I think you pick the
You
bones
can
out. Or
you can pick the
something.
bones out. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
pull it apart. I think you like
No,
pull the
some
meat
people
off the
leave the
bones.
bones in though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying when they cook it in outdoor cooking.
Yeah, I've had like a fish soup before where they put like a whole fish in there, and I've actually fucked myself up because I didn't know it had bones in it. It was fucking stabbed me.
Oh, so you're just eating it, swallowing
Yeah, I was
bones?
just eating fucking fish bones.
God damn, dude,
But
that sucks.
I don't know. It's got good calcium.
It is good calcium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I want to learn shit like that, like fishing. We should go fishing sometime. You ever been fishing?
yeah, I've been fishing.
I've never been fishing.
You've never been fishing, dude.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
go, dude.
Yo, find a little like I think just
Can you
gotta-
fish in Lake Mead?
Yeah, you can fish in Lake Mead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to Lake Mead.
Yeah, dude, we'll go fucking fish, man. It's got to get ourselves a couple of poles and fishing's fun.
Yeah.
It's
Because
fun.
because I can imagine like we're just fishing there, fucking smoking, drinking, catching fish. That sounds cool.
You just gotta. I like to use barbless hooks because yes, the fish may come off a little bit, but when you're done, when you catch it and you're trying to just take the hook out of its mouth,
Yeah.
it's so much easier. You know what I mean? Like you just fucking remove it and
Just catch it and throw it back in.
Yeah, catch and release is because I'm not cleaning no fish. I
Yeah.
can tell you that much.
I'm not gonna keep bring those fish home. Just
No.
especially
because I'm not
Lake
gonna
Mead
eat it.
fish.
Yeah, I'm not gonna eat it unless it was like I don't know what's good fish or not. You know what I mean? What's good eating?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust any Las Vegas fish
Nah, nothing out of Lake
or
Mead.
Nevada fish.
All the dead bodies in that lake, dude. That's all
dude, they're
eating.
still finding them.
Yeah, every so often they'll find a body out in Lake Mead.
Do you like to travel to like the mountains or do any like nature shit out here?
A couple times there's this towards Kingman, Arizona. There's this little mountain, and they have a campground at the top and a disc golf course like on the mountain. So I went and camped there a couple times by myself, actually.
By yourself?
Yeah, I like it. Bring a little tent, and I have a couple I have a little camping box. Like I have a bunch of like I have a tent. I have camping equipment.
Yeah.
And but they don't have any water there. Like the best place to camp is near a lake, somewhere where you can go get in the especially if it's hot or something like that.
Yeah, gotta have a water source.
Yeah, you got to have a water source. It's more fun that way. So this
Yeah.
campground doesn't, but I like it. It's a nice little campground. I should take you up there and we should go camping.
Yeah, you ever been to Lee Canyon?
Yeah.
Lee Canyon's dope, and
Yep.
like
They have a disc golf course on Lee Canyon too.
yeah, they have a cool bar up there too. Really?
Oh yeah.
fucking
Oh, I
cool bar.
I did this thing with my buddies called Birdies and Beers, where it was an event sponsored by Abel Baker, and we went up
Shout
there,
out Abel Baker.
right? And they had a bunch of beer tasting inside that bar area, so you could taste all. They had all these beer tastings, and then you took the lift to the top of the hill, and as you played down the course, down the mountain, every 3 holes they had a tent and a keg set up, and they would fill up your cup. So everybody was just getting drunk. It was so fun. And they had all different kind of beers.
I love beer tasting.
They gave you a cup, so you had a reusable cup, and then you get to the guy and you give him a couple bucks and he gives you 2. You know what I mean? Because they're only supposed to give you 1 cup.
Yeah.
But you chug it real quick and it gives you another one for your walk to the next hole.
Oh yeah, dude. Beer
Yeah.
tastings are fun. You get so drunk at those.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, shout out Abel Baker. That was good. We had a good time.
Lee Canyon's a nice place, though, and they have that trail. Was it like Mary Jane Falls or something? Mary Jane.
Oh, I've
Trail
never
or
been on
something?
that.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
We should do some of that stuff, man. We should
do some nature
do
shit.
some.
man.
You could get out more in nature. Have
But
some fun.
it's summertime's coming up. It's probably be hot as fuck up there.
Well, it'll be less hot than it is down here.
oh no, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. You go up to the mountains to get a little cooler in the summertime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but it's getting hot. The garage cast will be We'll be sweating here. I'm already sweating.
Yeah, I'm sweating my ass off right now.
Yeah. It'll be, we're going to do
Hangover's not
these
helping.
earlier in the morning or later in the evening.
Or probably get like
We can get a couple fades in here,
like
maybe.
like a what are those called, swamp coolers or something, or like a little AC unit. I'll bring something.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. I have a fan right here. I just don't know if the audio would pick it up or not.
Yeah, I'd probably fuck up the audio.
I forgot to unplug the garage door opener, so it's beeping every like 15 seconds. So hopefully that doesn't pick up on the audio this episode, but whatever if it does.
Whatever. You ever lived in one of those houses where you have the fucking smoke detectors that go off?
No, I'm not black.
Damn. Is that like it is a stereotype?
Oh, totally. It's a
fucking
stereotype.
The smoke detector going off every 10 minutes.
It's exactly what that sounds like, this garage door opener. It sounds like a smoke detector going off, but it's not that loud. I don't think the mics are picking it up.
Yeah, no, it should be fine.
Yeah, dude. No, if my smoke detector is going off, I'll change the battery or I'll just unplug it.
Yeah, every time we had a smoke detector in our house, we just unplug it, take the batteries out.
Dude, yeah.
I don't think we ever used it.
Most people don't. Like, you don't need one, and especially if you're smoking weed and shit inside, you don't.
Nah, you don't need. I mean, in like emergency cases, yeah, you kind of need it, but like when I don't know.
How often do people have house fires? You know what I mean? Like,
well,
my grandma does.
Yeah, I mean, it happens sometimes. Like, I'll be passing through the neighborhood, I'll be like, oh, that guy's fucking house burnt down.
In my experience, the smoke detector didn't do much.
Yeah,
because my grandma didn't make it out. You know what I mean? Like, the smoke detector didn't help.
She didn't make it out?
No, I think I do this on stage, man. Talk about my grandma dying in a house fire.
Fuck, dude, I don't think I remember hearing that.
Yeah, in 2020, dude, she died. Yeah, my grandparents' like family house.
In Oregon?
Yeah, my grandpa. Well, I'll tell you the story. What happened was, like, they used to own a adult foster care, so like they were like an old folks home. Like, almost, it was essentially their house was a hospice. So they had like 6 old ladies living with them that my grandma would feed and take care of and stuff like that. And they stopped doing that, so they started renting out all the rooms. So they lived upstairs, and there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. And so they would rent out the other rooms to just random people. Excuse me. And this guy downstairs living in the sunroom had a bunch of batteries that he was charging. And apparently one of them exploded and like started little fires. So he woke up in the middle of the night and he said he saw a bunch of little fires all around the room. And he was trying to put them out. And then the smoke alarm or something went off. And so my grandpa got up and went downstairs to check it out. And the room was just like on fire. And he was like, I can't control it. I try, and it was too late. And so then it was like too late at that point. My grandpa went back. I think he went back upstairs to get my grandma, or my grandma called the cops. So my grandma was the one that called the fire department. And then from the evidence, she got up out of her bed and she let the dogs out, but they found one of the dogs, but they didn't find him in the cage. So they don't believe the dogs were in the cage. So my grandma let the dogs out and then went into the hallway, and that's where she passed out from smoke or something like that. Damn. Because the 2 other people, they were all 3 found up in the hallway upstairs. Half of her body was found down because it fell and collapsed. So it was like, yeah. So my grandpa made it out, but she did not.
That's so fucked up, man.
So yeah, everybody who was upstairs, yeah. So
wait, like, not only your grandma, it was like a couple other ladies died in that fire?
Couple other people. Yeah, I don't know who they were.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah. It was wild. I walked through the house afterwards. Terrible, because like we grew up, like when I was a kid, we grew up. This is kind of just a bummer. Sorry. But when we grew up, we moved around the country a bunch. So I don't have like a memory of, like, I have memories of the homes, but I never had like a childhood home. And like my grandma's house was that, like, the rock, like, was our, I remember my whole life in that house.
Not like your childhood there?
Yeah. Like every summer we would go to my grandma's house. So that house, had like a bunch of meaning to me. Yeah. It was a bummer.
Damn, do they still have that house, or?
No, my grandpa actually died like a few months later. His heart just stopped. He had already had a couple heart surgeries. So they were on a hike in Joshua Tree Forest, and his heart stopped and he just died.
Damn.
doing what he loved. He loved hiking and shit like that. So, yeah, they both died in 2020. But it was wild. You know, people were driving by us because we were all outside my grandparents' house, and they were yelling at us for not social distancing and not wearing masks, even though we were outside. You know, like,
That's
it was like,
up, man.
yeah, people. I'm like, dude, the fucking house is on fire, and you're yelling at us about masks, and you don't think we don't give two shits about that right now?
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah,
People
exactly.
were so anal
And insensitive.
around like COVID.
Yeah.
About the whole mask shit. Like, I still see people wearing masks outside.
Yeah. Again, grow up.
Fuck up, dude.
Grow up, dude.
Yeah.
Oh shit! What happened to my
Your
camera?
phone die?
I don't know if my phone died, but the connection dropped. So
Well,
we'll
that's
call
the
it
pod.
That's the pod.